my favorite shirt, one of my favorite persons. Hello, Ansari, and welcome to the stream.
Hey,
Ansari
Anders.
is from Botminds.
Hey, Anders. Thanks for having me. Let's get started.
Of course, Ansari. Can you briefly tell us who you are and what Botmind is?
Yeah, sure. Hey, my name is Ansari Ismail. I'm a CDO, co-founder of Botminds, Botminds AI. My background is in AI, more than 18 years in the industry. Spent a long time in a Microsoft and ex-Microsoft. Worked in Microsoft research and Azure ML and all. And in Botminds, I'm here for the last 8 years. Botminds founded in 2015-16. We were building very exciting technologies in the Botminds. The focus is all about how to build intelligence using documents and all kind of data and help enterprise companies and not just processing the data, also helping them to build a search engine. Today, I'm really excited to be here to talk more about a search engine, how to build search engine for enterprise-ready kind of documents. So yeah, let's do that more here.
I'm looking very much forward, Ansari, and welcome to you viewers out there. If you're watching this live, you have the chance to get all your questions answered from Ansari and Botminds. I'll make sure that we will answer each one of you. Carissa says hi from India. Hello, and it must be very late, Carissa. Isn't that so? It's 8 o'clock here. What time is it at yours, Ansari?
It's 11 a.m. I'm in West Coast, based on
I'm
Seattle.
8 at night here. So, Ansari, let's get started, and I will interrupt you with questions from the viewers and questions that I might have.
Absolutely.
I'll
So
switch to your screen.
fantastic. So the idea what I have today is that give a little high level idea about Botminds and focusing on a search engine and how to build a search engine, enterprise ready search engine, and what are all the varieties of components involved in the search engine, and how quick and how soon we can build in the modern world. And not only that, why do you need search engine? And what is the exciting thing happening in the AI world, right? Today, you all know generative AI, large language model and all. So how are we taking those state-of-the-art models and then building a intelligent search engine? So that's what I'm going to talk about. So I'll start with this one slide. I have only one slide today, a reference slide, and then I want to show you a demo itself and how to build a search engine, right?
So we're getting our hands dirty today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally.
Great.
Yeah. So now before we get into that, I want a quick idea about a Botminds platform here. Botminds platform is a general purpose platform, and what you could do with this platform is like two things. One, build intelligence using your all kind of documents. So now you see here, I'm going to kind of show three things in the left side. And one is that centralizing the knowledge. See, anytime when you build a search engine, a very first step is that crawl them, bring all kind of a content, data, document, everything in a one single place. It's not easy though. You know why? Sometimes you need to crawl intelligently, and the document could be inside your organization or external data or web data, anything related to your business. You need to bring everything in a one single place. You need hundreds of AI connectors. So that's like centralizing the knowledge. So that's kind of part of the Botminds platform. And once you bring all kind of a document, it not just the documents, text and audios and images, then you need to start processing them by applying AI, because it's all unstructured data, unstructured, semi-structured, and every kind of data there. Some are like a pure scan documents. You're supposed to run an OCR, right? So you apply those AI and then unleash all intelligence and insights and knowledges from those documents. So that's the second step. Then the third is that's not enough, by the way. Third is most important. You need to enrich those documents with more information, either by interconnecting with another documents or interconnecting with the external database, internal database. You enrich those. So these are all three essential to build a search engine, right? Now, once you have this, hey, I know how to centralize all the knowledge. How do I apply AI? And then how do we enrich all of them? Then you're literally built on intelligence. The next step is that in the app or the solution for the search engine. But we use the word search engine, but it's kind of a very umbrella word. But under the search engine, you have many different ways to find what you want. Let's say all the knowledge stored in your in a common place, but how do you reach those knowledge? You can search, but not always search. You can also discover, you can explore.
And there went Ansari from the stream. That's what's happening when we stream live. Hopefully he will be back very soon. Otherwise, I have to talk for 1 hour. That will probably not be so funny. So Ansari is back here. Hello, Ansari.
Hey, Anders, I think I'm kind of disconnected. You there?
Yeah. We saw that. No problem.
All right, I'm sharing the screen again. Hey, you see my screen?
We see it. Yes.
Fantastic. I was not sure when I kind of dropped out. Was I explaining a data enrichment, right?
Yeah. That you just started there.
Okay, fantastic. So what I was saying, we centralize all the data. Second, you apply AI and capture all the information. Third is like interconnect those data across documents, internal documents, and even the databases. And that's the essential to build the search engine, right? So this is our left side. Now, 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 also when it comes to search engine, it's kind of an umbrella word. Now, there are a lot of things going under the search engine. When you have all kind of a knowledge and data and documents there, you can search directly. But not just a search, you can also discover, explore, you can chat, you can converse, you can ask. Today, all in this modern chat-based interfaces, you can directly talk to the document, right? It's just literally, you can consider like document and knowledge is like in a human being. You talk to them, get an answer. So that's a modern way of doing it, right? So what I'm going to today show you is that there are many ways to interface with the search engine. And this is something what we do today as part of the Botminds platform. We help you to intelligently govern, which includes explore, search, and all kind of stuff. And also we will help you on the research automation side, meaning you can search, ask, converse with the document. So these are all actually end of the day part of the Botminds platform.
And
Now,
and and Ansari, if I just have to understand this in layman's term, what is the
mhm.
relation between intelligent document processing and the search engine?
Now that's a very good question, right? See, the search engine can be built without intelligent document processing, but you won't get a high quality and high precision result. But if you build a search engine on top of IDP, that's what we did. Botminds platform is that we build a search engine on top of the IDP platform. So the IDP platform is like, how do you capture all kind of data intelligently? And we interconnect when we enrich the data. Because we're building a search engine on top of this intelligent document processing, our results are extremely high precision. So the business, they will not have any doubt. They will not have any fear of missing stuff, right? That is most important for the enterprise search. If you go for like a general purpose search, the general search engine like Google, if you miss some data, it's different. It's not impacting your business. But in the enterprise content, you cannot miss the data. You always need a high precision. To get that high precision, what we, Botminds, we did is that we build search engine on top of the IDP. So that's basically a relation here, Anders.
Thanks for the clear and concise answer. Ryan says hello from Houston, Texas. Hello, Ryan, from Copenhagen, Denmark.
Fantastic. All right. Okay, so with that, now I'm going to continue this now. We, as part of the Botminds platform, we also have all the foundation models and annotation platform AI builders, and today we also have a prompt labs and RPA automation. It's all part of the platform today. Now, why do we need all of this? This is anytime when, let's say, when you want to retrain your search engine or you want to have a different ranking algo, you all need AI builders, right? It all depends on the AI. And sometimes if you want to enrich more information for your better precision, and you need annotation. And the foundation models are like large language models and then OCR models are all part of the models today. And then prompt labs is like a brand new with the instruct GPT and then generative AI. You can give a better prompts and you can orchestrate all the prompting so that you can always get a better result. And then RPA automation also part of the Botminds platform. This helps to connect varieties of components to make overall search engine better, right? So that's the overall idea. So I'll pass here, Anders. Any questions, thoughts? Otherwise, I will jump into a demo
Yeah,
from there.
we have one from the Discord. So the prompt labs, was that included this year, or did you have it for a long time?
Now, prompt class was added in the first quarter of this year, I think 3 months before. Now it's part of Botminds platform.
That's very nice. And sorry, that must have been huge for you with all these generative AI. I mean, you must have seen a peak in the demand for the Botminds product.
Yeah, no, today it's so surprising. My almost 80-90% of my customers have moved into a prompt labs based uh, uh, training and model building and everything, right? So today we use like few shot and in context learning using prompt labs and LLM. So it's a massive change within a 4 months. Yeah.
Thank you, Ansari.
All right. Now, so with that, what I'm going to show, I'll bring my product here. Let me bring, I actually already kept some of the tabs open. By the way, Botminds is a browser-based platform, and it's a browser-based, cloud-based, SaaS-based. The front end is like a browser, that's all. And in the back end, it can be deployed in Botminds Cloud, or you can have your own spin-off into your cloud. We also support on-prem, so it's already part of that. Now, with this all understanding, now let's talk about building a search engine, right? So using Botminds platform, how easy to build, I'll talk about that. And then also, once you have the search engine, how and all you can explore, discover, search, chat, converse, and that's what I'm gonna do. Now, as I said, the very first part is that bringing all the data, content, everything in one single place. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you here is a studio of Botminds, and then you have a lot of menus here, AI builder, process center, automation, all kind of things there. But I'm going to look into quickly the automation side, and here is the data source, how you can include all the things inside the search engine. So first and foremost, you need data and documents and all kind of stuff, right? So obviously you can manually upload, but that's not the best way. Now, what you can also do is you can crawl them automatically. You can say, hey, go to these many million web pages and pull all the data or all the PDFs and all kind of documents. And while you are taking that, you intelligently navigate, crawl, and bring it. It's all by AI. You can bring all kind of documents. Not only
and then Sarah, just to interrupt you briefly, what will be the typical use case for crawling these websites and extracting the data from there and build a search engine on top?
Oh yeah. See, for example, one of our healthcare customer wanted to be on top of all the clinical trials going on across world, including US and UK and all kind of countries, right? So they want to be on top of it. So they always search, crawl all the clinical trials happening, pull all the data. Then they build a fantastic internal enterprise-ready search engine for the healthcare. So that's one use case. And then there are many other use cases. Some of my real estate folks are like crawling all kind of real estate data, real estate content, how many commercial and real estate buildings are in the sales and lease. So they bring all the information and do it. So that's for the website. And by the way, when I say website, it's not necessarily external website, even sometimes internal website. For example, you might have an internal website or maybe SharePoint or maybe some web pages you might have built. You can internally crawl and pull all the data and documents. So we have a different type of use case can be solved here.
Cool,
right?
thank you.
And also now, not just the web, but you go to the cloud. Hey, let's say you have a millions of data and documents sitting in a SharePoint, or maybe the documents coming in email, right? One of our customers, the shipping side, they get a continuous email, a shipping related data coming in email. So we automatically pick it up and take it to the search engine, right? So we can pull it from a cloud, SharePoint, also social media. And you can say, hey, I want to crawl all my YouTube comments, for example, or
yes, please.
And say again, Anders.
I just said yes, please.
Okay. So you have all the comments or all kind of a stuff that we can take it and crawl, and then we can build a search engine, right? Sometimes people want to know, hey, what's happening around my product? Who is talking what? So we can build a social media analytics there. and also API, so you can pull all kind of documents through API. The reason why I'm showing you is this: to build a search engine, it's so essential, it's so important to pull any information and every information that you want to have and you want to build intelligence, and you need to bring it, right? And this is where this hundreds of AI connectors is fully as part of the system, and you can pull it. So that's a step one. So I would probably use my reference document here all the time. So what I'm showing is that part of building a search engine, you need to first bring millions of data into the system. So that's what I was showing you all this time. Then the next I'm going to talk about is that how do we process those documents, right? Documents are data, any data. And that's the second part. So now I'll go back here, and I'm kind of trying to open some pages. I think I already opened one here. So if you look at this, this is one of our customer wanted to have a search engine for their contract documents. Not just the contract document, all the related contract documents. It could be amendments, it could be anything related to the procurement documents. They want to bring everything in a one single place so that they can be on top of all the contracts, right? It's a contract search engine. Now, the beauty is that it's verticalized, personalized, customized for this documents. Why do we do that? That is how you will get a really high precision result. Now I'll talk about this one, right? So what we do as part of this, once we get these kind of a document, we apply AI to read, understand all the data. It could be paragraphs, tables, bullet points, checkboxes, even a handwritten. And imagine, right, that there is a checkboxes. You need to understand the checkbox. Depends on that, you need to produce a result in the search engine time. And if you don't understand the search checkbox, it could be simple, like, it could be a gender, A is a male or female, and then you haven't understand the checkbox, your result of the search is going to be wrong. So what we need is, like, you need to understand by applying AI, read everything, and then capture all the data. In this case, for example, I capture this name, and then the email, and then the customer data. So we capture all the information. And then sometimes customer says, hey, you know what, I will be very, very important about my number of users per license. There's absolutely to be there, accurate answer they always want it, and whenever they search, right? So then we will say, okay, we'll apply AI to capture all kind of data like this. Now, that's the second part. Now, as part of the Botminds platform, what we do is not just the documents, text, emails, JPEG, all kind of images, Excel files, Word documents, and also audios and videos, right? We process all the data, and then we will build all the knowledge and intelligence and all the stuff for the document. So that is my second part, right? So I'm going to go back my reference image, bring all the data in one single place for a search engine. Second, you apply AI to capture and unleash all the insights and data and knowledge by applying AI. So that's my second. The third is that it's not enough, to build a really high quality search engine. The third is that you enrich all the data, so that you have not just the information from the document, you have more information about all the related data, right? So now with that, I'm going to show you one more. For example, I'm bringing back my same browser. And if you see the same document, now I enable the Enrich here. This person, prepared by Align, this is a person. But this person, you do not know whether this person is still part of the company, left the company, who is he, or what is his title. Now you look at this, if you hover, you can see this person's full detail, a profile, a simple profile, a brief profile. Now, from where this information is coming, this is coming from an internal or external database, sometimes LinkedIn profile, we'll pull it and then we automatically show it here. Let's say in this case, okay, think about this Black Bus Studios. Okay, there's a company. And what does this company does? Is there any profile there? Okay, there is a profile. So what we do here is we enrich this document with more information. And here is a simple contract document. Maybe it could be a more complex, like let's say healthcare, drug names, and you want to know molecular formula of the drug names. So we enrich those information. By enriching all the data like this, what happens? You're putting in more information, more knowledge and intelligence, right? So that's so essential for the search engine. So that's the third part. Now, with all what we did so far is we build knowledge and intelligence. That's all we did. We fundamentally built all kind of knowledge and intelligence and knowledge, whatever necessary to build a search engine is now ready, right? So that's my left side. I'm going to go back to the right side, but before I'll kind of do a quick pause here. Anders, any quick reactions so far? Any follow-up questions here? Okay, I see Anders is somehow dropped.
I got dropped as well. I think it's a StreamYard issue here.
Okay, no problem.
I'm back.
Yeah. So Anders, I was explaining this so far in this the leftmost three, centralizing and this one. So I'm going to give a pause here. Any follow-up questions? Anything, Anders? Otherwise, I'll
a few one. So I have a personal one, and then we have a few others. So you mentioned that YouTube, you could crawl all the comments from my YouTube channel, and then I could build a case for that. How big a case would it be if I have to? You also said you could process videos. That if I wanted to process all my videos and build a search engine for that,
absolutely.
Would that be a big case?
Oh yeah, totally. So we could take all the videos, audios, and then we can build a search engine on top of it. And you can ask question, and then you can get an answer. And not only that, so let's say you have a product, and then you want to know what people are talking about the product, either on a LinkedIn or social media or YouTube, and you want to capture all the information, and then we can help you there. Yeah. Absolutely.
And when you say capture it, I can capture it in real time, so it will just go on and auto update, right?
Totally. So real time, and we can set up like, hey, put a hot path connection there, pull all the data all the time, and we can build analytics also and show it to you.
Do you do a lot of that social media processing and search engine for companies?
Oh yeah. So we are doing a lot of competitive monitoring thing. So anytime when customer says, hey, here's my product, or here's my any entity that I want to monitor across the globe, what's happening about that. So we pull all the data, and then we build them a search engine for them. Then they can ask questions, search, and then also we give them a dashboard. Yes.
Nilesh says, what are the confidence levels of, I think he means those, when you build a search and you had these information in the document, what are the confidence level there?
So so when you say confidence level, I'm
not sure. I'm just bringing the question from Nilesh here from the Discord.
Okay. So I say the confidence when it comes to the quality, and that's the beauty, right? Here, Botminds is all about the quality. High precision result is what end of the day we need. That's why it is not just a general purpose search engine. It is a vertical search engine for your product, your problem, your documents, and we are customizing it and putting a right kind of ranking algo so that you get extremely high quality. So that is what we fundamentally do. And also pulling the document from an external world and enriching also helps to bring the high quality. So our confidence really high, generally 80-90% confidence on every information we surface as part of the search result.
Great, thank you, Ansari. That was the questions for now. And if you have any questions out there, please just let us know here in the chat. We will gladly answer every question. No question is too small.
Perfect. So now let's go to that the core of a search engine. Right now, what we have talked so far is that adding documents, pulling all kind of documents, and then applying AI and enriching the data. So that part was done now already. So okay, how do we search now, right? How do we search? But as I said initially, the search have a multiple subcomponents. One, explore, discover, search, converse. Maybe I can put it on the 4 different pillars here, right? And then it's not always search. Sometimes you want to explore and you want to discover automatically, right? So this is what I'm going to show you now. So let's go one at a time. And very fast, I'm going to show you is that let's get into some kind of exploring part, right? Now look at this. This again, the same contract documents, this all contract sitting over here, and this. Once you have this, you want to have explore and discover all the things happening on those documents. One thing what we do in the Botminds is that we quickly give you a custom views. In this case, for example, every contract with their customer name and then customer address and all kind of information. Not only that, we can also say, hey, this is not the one. What do you want? You want to have a little different information. Okay, here is much more different columns coming on. And now I can also go back on my default and say, okay, this is my default view. What we do is that we can enable a different types of columns and views. So now let's say if you're a leader here and you want to be, let's say you are a compliance manager, then we can give you a compliance view. What happens? You can always be on top of it, and you can discover, explore by, you can say, hey, you know what, I don't know who this person is. Okay, click on it, get to the exact spot, understand it. Maybe some information may be wrong, maybe this amount was wrong, maybe it's not a euro dollar, maybe it's a US dollar. So you will always be on top of it. You can instantly jump to the right place and get to know. So this way what happens is that it's kind of a give you a space to discover. Now you may be a salesperson, then you want a sales data, then we can enable configure for you. But again, it's fully customizable. So now you can go back and say, hey, I want to edit all the columns, and you modify everything, and all the columns got changed. And your compliance manager will see a different view, and your risk manager will see a different view. Your leaders and CXOs have a different view. So all of them have a different views and different way to explore. So this is one way to explore and discover what's happening across documents, right? So that's one. Now the second part is that let's go back here all the way. I want to go to the default one now, and now let's say I want to just simply do a quick search. The search going to be very simple search. Hey, I want to find all the documents where the word England is. A very simple search, right? It's kind of an index-based search. So now you know, okay, there is a out of hundreds of documents, there's a 54 documents talks about the word England. Very simple. Now you can further go, oh, okay, I want to do some kind of a Boolean search. I want to know not just England, and also the word Wales should be there. Okay, there you go. There's all the documents where the both word exist. And now again, there is a sky's the limit. You can do all kind of Boolean operation. You can say I want to have England and Wales, but not Scotland. Yeah, you can do that. So that's one part. Now I'm gonna go and clear the search and come back here, right? Now, let's say I have let me open maybe this view, probably one more view. Okay, so now let's say you have all kind of these kind of views here, right? And then let me see this views. Okay, so take this view for example. Now what is happening in this view is you have a governing law as one of the field. Now you want to know all the documents where the governing law is, let's say England or Commonwealth. Now the challenge is that let's say you have a normal search engine, it's an index-based search engine. Let's say you search with the word Commonwealth. What happens is that it will bring every contract wherever the word Commonwealth is, but it will not bring all the contracts where the governing law is Commonwealth. Now, what we do here, we offer is that as part of the search engine, we give you all the simple and clean query pane for you, right? This query pane, what you see on the left side is fully customizable and configurable. Now here I can search, hey, here is a Commonwealth, and I want to search this. So what happens, the beauty is it's literally filters only the governing law is Commonwealth, right? Otherwise you will end up searching, hey, show me all the documents where the governing law is Commonwealth. You have no way to do it because you will be searching with the index-based search. So this is something we do here, right? So this way what happens, we will help you to search across documents, and not only searching that, we will help you to build a query pane. Again, this is fully configurable, right? Different views have a different type of search. Your compliance manager may not need to worry about governing law at all. Example, I'm just throwing an example here. And your risk manager want to have a completely different query pane. So we'll modify, query it, right? For example, if I go to this one, this is a very different query pane. If I go to attribute values, right now its query pane is configured the same, but you can modify it everything. So now what happens by this, we are helping you to fully, let me click on a few more views. Okay, so we will help you to explore the documents, explore and discover the documents, almost in the near real time. Any brand new contract coming in, it's coming into the system, and you will be always on top of it. And then all the personas in your company will have their own views and their own query pane, and your result is always high precision, right? So that is a simple discover and search part. So let me pause here again. I have a few other things to show in the search engine, but any thoughts, questions, Anders, so far?
Yeah, we have Anders from Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
He asked, where does the generative AI comes into this? How can we do prompt styling to these searches here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So now I'm going to show that part. Give me a second, and this is coming in as part of my demo. Now
Just
you see
wait
this.
then.
Yeah, exactly. Just wait. Then there's a chat here. I'm going to enable the chat, and then I'm going to show you how to search also. That's I'm going to show you right now. Okay.
That's cool, Ansari. Thank you.
Fantastic. Now, before I get into the generative AI and the chat, I will also talk about a little bit of an dashboard. And right, see, sometimes the question would be like, hey, we have a search engine. You can ask question, syntactic, semantic, and index-based search. You can ask, and you get the result instantly. On top of it, you have all the views there and all type of query panes there. You can customize it for your for your personas and for your documents. The documents can be contract, healthcare, any document, because Botminds is kind of a general purpose platform, but we verticalize and personalize for your documents, right? So that's the idea. Now, but this is not sometime enough, why? As part of your discovery and exploration, you need much more statistics and all kind of information to be on top of it. So here, if you go back, and then we also kind of enable different type of dashboard for you for this search engine. Now, in this case, for example, we also have a workflow. And now look at this workflow right here. Is a very simple workflow. We enabled it. We'll say, hey, when any new contracts coming in, at what point of a time you want to enable it to the search engine, you can add that. You can say, I want to automatically read it, summarize it, identify risk. But if there is a risk in it, do I want to put it as part of the search engine, or I keep it aside? Why? There are some documents that are confidential. We need to have a role-based access. The reason why I was talking about an enterprise-ready search engine is that enterprise have their own challenges, because not everything can be exposed to every employee. You have a role-based access. You can say, hey, there are certain documents I want to only maybe CXO can see, no one else. Some documents can be seen by some team, not every team. So what we do is that we can put your workflow here to ensure which document goes into which stage, so that you have fully control on what your employees, what kind of result they are seeing, right? So that control is with you now. And then now we can go one more level and say, okay, hey, once I have all the data and things, are we stopping there? I can help you to explore even further. We can say, show me all the contracts expiring next month, and show me all the contracts as part of the region. Now this helps you one level next and say, okay, I can click quickly on this, let's say, Mexico, and then get to know all the contracts on that particular country. So this will give you all ideas, okay, what's really happening across the thing. And by clicking, and it will take you to the instantly to the spot, so that you will always be on top of it, right? So that's a part of the dashboard now. So now what I've shown you so far is that I'm kind of jumping into this, my reference image here for all of us. So you can search across documents. We have a custom views and query panes and everything. You can intelligently govern also as part of that. And we also have an AI-powered workflows. The workflows helps you to further optimize the search process. It can optimize any process, but I'm more talking about like a search process, because the search engine needs a different type of role-based access and different type of documents. Now also, and I've shown you explore, discover, and all, right? So I'll pass here. That's the last piece that I'm gonna talk about is the research automation, where you ask Converse the generative AI. But let me, before I get into that, Anders, any other follow-up questions, anything you have?
No, not any more questions. I'm definitely looking forward for this chapter of the presentation. Not that I didn't do that for the other parts, but this is what really will interest me in the Botminds platform, I will say.
Fantastic. Okay. So now with that, I'm gonna go, let me open a couple of things here, and that will be very helpful. Okay, so now I have, all right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to so far I was showing you folks all the dashboard and contracts and everything. I'm going to get into the chat here, and again, it's just like the normal today's modern chat kind of a conversation. You can start asking questions directly. Again, this can be done with like a 1 document, 10 document, a million document, doesn't matter. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a few questions here. For example, I'm going to type this question, and there was one of again, it's kind of a BLTD, so one of the customer name. I'm gonna ask this question, and now you look at it, right? This question was asked, and who prepared this BLTD contract, and you want to know who that person is, and this again you can see is completely, this particular text is not part of this anywhere. But however, we kind of quickly look at it and say, okay, here is a thing, and then we can also click on it. It takes you to that spot instantly, and then it show you, right? So what happens is that you do not need to search anymore. You do not need to click and search and explore anymore. You ask the question directly. So I'm going to probably ask one more questions in the same. Give me a second. I'm just typing. I have some questions ready. For example, I'll say, okay, so the same thing now, I'm going to ask, okay, right, this is the one contract created by this person, but you also want to know when this contract ends, right? So now, by the way, the answers are all not just um, created like using a generative AI. We also give you a reference, because end of the day in enterprise, you always know the source of the truth, right? You can't believe or depend on the AI responding. You also know the large language models have all kind of hallucination problems. You have some trust issue here. Is a real answer coming? And now what we do is that we not just bring that answer, generate the answer, we also give you a reference. You click on it, it'll show you, okay, here is the exact date, and then it starts and then ends. It has everything was super clear, right? So now you can keep asking this question, and again, it's not just on a one document. We also have an AI built on top of asking built it in a way that you can ask on top of hundreds and millions of questions. And you can also ask a question across documents as an analytics question. You can say, hey, for example, this person Jen is a person here. You can say, hey, show me all the contracts where Jen is a Jen was the one who prepared, right? You can ask the question. So what happens is it goes beyond one document. It brings all kind of documents. Now the question is not just being asked on the document. It is also applicable to any images where the images have scanned images. And also it's applicable to audios and videos, as I said, right? So because we kind of do, I think I was talking about this, like multimodal data processing. We're not just a document, we go all across unstructured document today. And you can ask questions and converse with any type of data, right? Now, what happens is that if you have let's say, there's yet another customer came to us sometime back. They have a audio call transcript, millions of audio call transcript, and they wanted to index and do a search engine. Also now start asking questions, converse with those transcript. They want to get to know, right? This is by the way for a fraud management. If you want to have if you want to detect any fraudulent stuff, now you want to record all the call transcript, so that you can ask any type of question. You can say, hey, show me all the call transcript where someone's talking about a password which they are not supposed to, right? Then it will quickly identify that, and then it will expose it to you. So that is a yet another. So I'll pause here, and that's pretty much my kind of a demo today. I have a few things I can show, depends on the questions, and this is overall, but I'll probably come back and do a quick summary. Any other thoughts, questions, Anders?
Yeah, for sure. And sorry, it was very exciting to see your presentation. You can just let it be here, then we can talk a little bit about that because it relates to here. So I could imagine that we can also use this for internal training, where we record a lot of calls, and then we can drag the data out of those calls and make a search engine for these internal training. What would you say that is there? You talked a little bit about a use case in the beginning, but what are the typical search engine use cases apart from what you just mentioned here and in the start and in the end?
See, there is when it comes to search engine, at least in some of the use cases we deployed today, one obviously contract. Contract is so important. We kind of help customers across globe to manage varieties of contracts related to the contract document. That is absolutely one, right? And second is that some of the use cases we solved is um, searching across clinical trial documents. That's in the healthcare side, and also the insurance side. Now, you look at that mortgage document. There's a 1,000 page or even a 2,000 page single mortgage document. Now, when you're processing that much a complex big document, you really need a search engine because you need to instantly get to the exact spot, right? The mortgage documents. So our core focus industry is that healthcare, banking, and insurance. In those cases, any risk related compliance. Oh, by the way, bid analysis, RFP documents, right? Like now we are helping some of the construction companies, and their RFP documents are like 1,000, 2,000 page large construction documents, and they process like hundreds of documents every month, which is 1,000 page 100 documents, like a massive. Now we put a search engine and deploy to them. They can search instantly and then they get to know the answer, right? So that's one interesting use case I want to talk about. There's yet another company we're helping. They're also in a construction side, but they have an internal knowledge. Every time they finish let's say building a bridge, they have thousands of documents, internal knowledge repository. Now, the same company, when they build yet another bridge in some different spot, they want to go back and understand what kind of a knowledge they had when they built the previous bridge, right? Now, all the information sitting there, we put on AI and search engine, so now they can search, ask, discover, explore, instantly get to the answers, right? The use case are a lot because end of the day, think about it. Search is core of overall this IT revolutionary technology. When you get to the data instantly what you want, that gives extraordinary power to every employee human in this world, right? And that's what the enterprise company needs today. Knowledge should be literally a one click away, not even a two click. It should be one click away. You get everything instantly. I mean, that's the power, and that knowledge can be reached by very high precision search engine. And now with that perspective, data, today we are all living in a data economy, right? Everywhere there is a data. So whatever documents, contracts, and mortgage, and any kind of documents we can do. So that is all the use case we are solving today, Anders.
Thanks, Ansari. And Ansari, we're also coming back Tuesday next week for another Botminds session. I'm looking very much forward. Thanks a lot for joining today, Ansari.
Hey, thank you so much, Anders. It was great talking to you.
And if maybe we can just, if I'm a viewer here and I have a question for Ansari or I just want to say hi to Ansari, where should we get in contact with you?
Oh yeah, so a couple of places. You can look into my LinkedIn, Ansari Ismail. You can search, CTO Kokona Botminds, you'll get it. And you can always DM me, connect with me. That's one. Or you can go to botminds.ai. There's a contact us page or demo request page, and people can reach out, and then my team will respond to them and give them a demo and help them to get started. Yeah.
Thanks. That's great, Ansari. To viewers out there, thanks for watching and the questions both on Discord and here. And also, if you watch this real life, you will not have the chance to have these questions answered live, but you can, as Ansari say, find him on LinkedIn. That will probably be the best place. Connect with him, send him a DM. Or also, if you just think he did good today, send him a DM and tell him that. Ansari, see you on Tuesday.
All right. Thank you so much, Anders. Nice talking
Bye-bye,
to you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.